Hey guys, so hope you're doing well. So in this video, we are going to cover our market analysis for Bank Nifty, and a few other important stocks. And we are going to predict the upcoming movements in the market based on the current price action. So without any delay, let's get started. So of course, the first thing which I have on my screen is Bank Nifty. So this is the daily time frame chart of Bank Nifty, where you can clearly observe that the price has almost touched its previous all-time high at around the mark of 44,150, and from there on there was a small round of profit booking as observed by the last three daily candles, right? So yes, this is a very obvious kind of a move that we have expected at around these levels, thanks to the fact that the price has been moving upwards without any significant retracement in between, as it can be seen here very clearly, right? So if you look at the weekly time frame chart of Bank Nifty, so overall the structure is very much bullish, and currently the this week candle is kind of a doji, thanks to the fact that the sellers have shown some selling pressure at the higher levels. So of course, tomorrow's trading session again will be quite crucial, thanks to the fact that it will determine the weekly closing in Bank Nifty, and that may change the short term trend of the prices, right? So if I come down to the daily time frame again, today was an expiry day, and what you can see here is that if I switch to the lower time frames first of all, say for example the 15 minutes, so here what we can observe is the prices did open gap up. It did try to move higher, but there was a round of profit booking from the higher levels, leading to the decline in the prices. And this decline was not actually that big, because in between there was huge uh, pullbacks, as you can see here clearly. So once there is a selling cycle, that is followed by a nice pullback from the buyers, and this thing continued for the whole trading session, making it an extremely volatile day. One more thing that has influenced today's price action in Bank Nifty is, of course, our State Bank of India's results. And you can see here that if I switch to the daily time frame here, so we have seen the formation of a very large red candle. There is a huge volume associated with this. So yes, this could be thanks to the squaring off of the derivatives contracts for the State Bank of India's stock, right? If I switch to the Nifty PSU chart, right? So PSU banks, so all PSU banks have shown some kind of a profit booking today. If you look at Bank of Baroda, so just one second. So it has gone down by about 3% on an intraday basis, as you can see. So yes, the market has been quite volatile today throughout the session. And again, if I come back to the chart of Nifty, so Nifty has been bearish throughout the day, and it has given a red closing, falling by around 0.3%. So yes guys, if you look at the intraday price action of Nifty as well, so here also the trend was actually a bit stronger on the downside. It was a very straight kind of a fall from 18,300 to 18,120. So yes, not big of a deal as such, but this is just the markets reacting to the all-time high sellers, right? So as of now the situation is still very much under control, thanks to the fact that the momentum on the selling side has been quite weak, right? As you can see, the previous day low, that is around the mark of 43,450, has not been broken down in Bank Nifty. So yes, this consolidation at around these levels may continue until the next round of buying comes in, leading to a impressive breakout of the all-time high. So yes guys, what we are eyeing on is an all-time high breakout, and this retracement was very much probable at around the current levels, thanks to the fact that the prices have moved higher without any significant retracement in between, right? If you look at India VIX, so India VIX, although the markets did go down today, but the India VIX fell by about 3%, right? You can see The India VIX actually fell by about 2.4%. So that is actually pretty decent enough, considering the fact that the sellers did show some momentum, especially after 3 p.m. Right? So overall, our view remains kind of bullish for the midterm. Why? Because we are expecting an all-time high breakout. The banks are performing really well. The FIIs are continuously putting in their money in the Indian stock market. The DIIs have shown some profit booking, and of course, this results from the banks may definitely lead to some volatility. Until then, the markets may seem to consolidate. Right. So let me now switch to the CNX IT, that is a Nifty IT chart. So the Nifty IT again, it has kind of taken some resistance from around this high, as you can see clearly, and it has formed some kind of a double top, and it may retrace a bit more again. This previous day low has still been defended by today's price action, so what we may observe is the price may consolidate at around these levels, right? uh, Reliance, now let me switch to that chart as well. So if you look at the chart of Reliance, so it is currently trading at the 200-day exponential moving average. So yes, again, this seems to be an extremely important support zone, and what we can expect from here is a good round of buying once the markets settle, right? If you look at the chart of HDFC Twins, let me first switch to the HDFC Bank. So here also it is kind of on a sideways mode. Yesterday's low has been defended quite well. So this 1630 to 1620 zone is a pretty important support zone for HDFC Bank. Again, you can see today's volumes, they have been quite high. Uh, Similarly, if you look at some of the smaller banks charts, CS Cube, this is City Union Bank. Again, it looks pretty good. Why is it so? Is because if you look at the weekly time frame, it has reversed from a very major support zone, and if you switch to the daily, although there has been some round or some profit booking today, what we can expect here is if the price sustains above the mark of 140 in the short term, then we may observe a good round of buying here till 144, 145, right? So again, this support zone remains the most crucial for the short term. If I mark this trend line, as you can see, this is an important trend line here, so you can keep an eye on this and definitely trade the up move. Banks like AU Bank, right? So they have been actually quite bullish. If you look at the chart of AU Bank, it has recently broken a major resistance zone, as you can see. So if I remove all my drawings, so yes, it is, if I'm not mistaken, so this is the all-time high in this case, and the all-time high actually got broken out in case of AU Bank, and what may seem as the target is probably around this trend line. So that translates to about 790, 785 to 790 as the short term target. So right, this is looking pretty decent in my opinion. Also, if I show you the chart of something like Indian Oil Corporation, right? So again, keep an eye on these stocks as well. Why is it so? Is because if you look at the weekly time frame chart here, so this stock is trying for a multi-month breakout, right? Multi-year breakout. So it has been in the symmetrical triangle since 2019 to 2018, and it is trying to break out this area. So of course the volumes have also shown some increase. Today's intraday move here was not that great, but again, definitely keep an eye on this. Try to add some quantity at dips because the overall price action is looking great. Similarly, I'll again come back to the chart of Bank of Baroda. Why is it so? Is because if you look at the weekly time frame chart of this, so it is trying for a major multi-year breakout. You can see it has formed a very impressive round bottom followed by a smaller round bottom. As you can see, this is a cup and handle kind of a pattern that has formed here, and definitely if it sustains above this 200 mark, so the mark of 200 is absolutely important for the short term. So once the price sustains above 200, we can observe a very good round of buying here till around 220, 230, 240. So yes, around 20 to 25% move is probable from around the current levels if the price shows some momentum, right? So again, keep an eye on this. It is looking absolutely great. Of course, you can trade this move in cash market, right? So what is our view for the market? Again, if I come back to Nifty, right? So these were actually a few stock setups that I shared. If I come back to Nifty, what you can observe is the markets are heading for a consolidation at the current levels before the eventual ATH breakout comes in, right? So this whole move from the bottom levels has been backed by the foreign institutional investors, and that is why I am bullish on the markets. So yes, a small retracement is actually important for the buyers to enter in at decent levels, right? So this is what we are expecting, and definitely keep an eye on this all-time high breakout. It may come any day, and if it comes in, there will be a huge round of short covering post 2:30 to 3 p.m. for sure. So yes, make sure to trade that move the right way, right? So you can get this updates on a daily basis by joining our membership. All the details are in the description. We keep on updating our members, and we have a nice trading community where all our members interact during the live markets and discuss about various trade setups. We have lots of experienced people out here, right? So definitely you can check this out. We can reach out to us at the below mentioned contact details. All right, so hopefully that gives you some idea regarding the upcoming price action in the markets. And of course, trade with proper risk management. Don't go for FOMO entries. That is what actually erodes your capital over the longer term, right? Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in our next video.